What's up? I'm going to show you guys how to make an epoxy name board just like this. You can give as gifts or whatever else. So let's get into it. So we're going to work on the next project. Much bigger version of the coasters. That'll probably be a previous video. I may lump them into one, but I think it's going to be a previous video, so go check that one out. So essentially I did the coasters to give me practice before I did the bigger ones. Obviously less wood, less cost, less epoxy, less everything for the most part. So I'm thinking of doing the last name of the recipients of these gifts and then do kind of a curve similar to how I'm doing the coasters. So what I'm going to do is kind of lay this out, see how big I want it, how much spacing I want on the last name, and then maybe mark out the actual swivel just so that we can get that to where we want it. 2 inches. I'm just trying to mark out the edge of that wire. You can see our R in there, just very faintly. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of this and speed up the process, but that's what we're going to do for the rest of these letters. Alright, we got that river flow design and the end of the board, so that's what it's going to look like once it's all done. This will all be filled in. This will all be filled in with epoxy. It's going to look good. So using our ratio of 3 to 1, we're first going with the hardener. Oh, our seal busted, but that's probably good for the pouring that we're going to be doing now. Just right about there. Add some coloring powder, add our pigment. Alright, we'll start with about that. Let's add our liquid metal pearl. It's kind of just go for it and see what you get. Alright, let's go ahead and pour it. Let that drip off a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and pour. So cool. Amazes me every time. I got some sanding to do. Let's peel these off. Let's do it. Kind of hard to see, but there are some dots that are starting to appear as we're sanding now. There, you can see there. But I think, unlike the coasters that we did, where we put a base coat down first, a very thin base coat, waited a day, and then poured the rest, we did not do that on this one, simply just because I forgot. So make sure you do that when you do this epoxy. Give a nice, just a thin base layer over everything, and then fill the epoxy. Go check out this video to see what I mean. Get the orbital sanding done. We're going to now do a 326 grit by hand, and then we're going to switch over to an 800 grit to get a real smooth finish on the epoxy especially. Whoa. Without even any finish on it, that looks sweet. I'm so happy with that. That chamfer is beautiful. It just really gives it a nice finished edge. The color I think looks great, and it's only going to get brightened and more shiny with the finish on it, and then the wood will get a little bit darker, just make it stand out I think a little bit better. But wow, let's get some finish on it and let's really make this thing a final product. I'm going to be using polyurethane clear gloss, same as the coasters. I'm going to go ahead and get to it. To me, it's incredible how much it makes it pop. Alright guys, this thing is all done now. It's looking great. Just gonna flip it to the back side now. You can see here, we put just a little wall art hanger on there and just some felt pads on the four corners so it doesn't scratch up the walls or anything. All in all, I'm really excited with how this thing turned out. It's looking great. If you have any questions on something I maybe didn't cover in the video, be sure to leave a comment and I'll answer as best as possible. But I hope you just enjoyed the video either way and gave you some inspiration to go get after your own projects. So I appreciate you for watching. See you in the next one.